Hell Let Loose, Developer Briefing 206 came out, and they are addressing that one, both the PTE for Stalingrad, and they're also talking Update 18 partially. First important thing is, the Stalingrad PTE is not going to be throughout the whole weekend. Which, normally they start around noon, then it goes till, Sunday evening, yada yada yada. In this case, it's gonna be just on long time over Friday, and then it's gone. So if you want to try the stuff out you see in here, then you better go download that before Friday next week. One of the things they're showing off is the Ambient VFX, and I have to agree that this looks nice. I like the overall flair of Stalingrad and what they're doing with it here. The lighting looks lovely. We have tuned directional lights. HDRI lighting is also updated to match the skybox. So there is some cool stuff in here. They even did some post-processing tweaks, so it's less warmth like normal. There's sharper contrasts, There's also 3 different lighting scenarios now for morning, dusk, and overcast. We see Stalingrad at morning, a variant, how it looks in the early mornings. And you can see overall it's lovely, it's a nice bright day. But overall, I feel like this is a nice little map change. On the other hand, Dusk, much more red, orange, that kind of thing. And I have to address one thing. I don't like the camera footage of this. Like the quick mouse movement. Let's do this. Look, if you just move this camera a bit slower, this looks so much more normal and nicer. Why have all the skittery, quick mouse movements? Just make it look more professional. Back to the thing, Stalingrad Overcast is also a thing, which personally is not really for me. There's more fog, there's more clouds and everything. I mean, it's a rainy, muddy thing. It makes me think of Purple Heart Lane, just a bit more dry, I guess. I'm not a fan of that one, but for everybody their own thing. Now, I have seen Stalingrad already, and I have to say, I don't feel like these pictures paint the full picture how gorgeous Stalingrad is now. They should have given us a few different directions, a few different angles. Hopefully that is gonna come with another little mini dev brief or something, or just a little Telegram update or something like that. But they should probably plonk out quite a few more angles, because right now, marketing-wise, this is silly. So one of the things you might remember is that they mentioned at some point that they want to change how explosions and Hell Let Loose look, at least for vehicles. Because vehicles at the moment are... well, it's nothing to write home about, is it? It's not really that great of an explosion. So the technical art team has worked on some experimental enhancements. Oh, this sounds very questionable, I know. But, we have more varieties of explosion effects, and they're even showing this off. And I have to say, this looks nice. I'm a bit unsure about the amount of fire that comes out of these. But, I'm open for it. I have to say, though, I do like the darkness of the explosion cloud, Would be nice if the smoke actually stays a bit longer and the fire burns for quite some time, A nice little crispy, 60 seconds thing at least. I would really enjoy that if you had it a bit more. Just so you see from distance, oh, there's a pillar rising into the sky. That's where a tank went down. Now, the explosion, how explosions look, will depend on what kind of tank it is. So, if you blow up a little jeep, it's gonna look different, like in this one here. Or if you blow up a light tank or even a heavy tank, it will have a different look overall, which makes sense, and I kinda like the idea. Now, Hell Let Loose has over some time tried to get the weather system a bit more involved. And with that weather manager that's now getting more and more spread out, there will also be localized fog, smoke, and smog. And with Stalingrad, there will be an interesting one. They're gonna have dynamic fog and dust that rolls out throughout the map. We can see this a bit here. And I can tell you, it actually, if you play Stalingrad, the lighting is just in that angle. Running through some localized smog is insanely good looking. Like, it looks like triple the budget. This looks like a Battlefield game or something, I'm not gonna lie. It looks really good from angles. What the weather manager will also handle is the legacy maps. In this case, Carentan. Which means for Carentan offensive for both teams, we will now have dynamic rain as an option. And I can see that being quite nice. I do enjoy Carentan. It's still one of the best maps we have, and one of the most popular maps. So, you know, a few variants of making this nicer is welcome with me. And if they actually put out, you know, the work they did on Stalingrad with After Effects and that kind of thing, yeah, if they added it to Carentan, good god, that's gonna be a gorgeous map. I do like the whole post-processing effects, like the after effects they're doing on everything in here in-game. I really like the visuals they did on Stalingrad. Now again, I feel like the pictures and the clips are not doing a good service to how Stalingrad actually looks. I would actually highly recommend watching some Stalingrad, or rather trying it out on the PTE on that day. Yes, that means you need to download the PTE client. I know that's annoying. Yes, it's only for Friday. But I guess the idea is, hey, we're gonna have it only on Friday, so if you want to try it out, better come on Friday, so we don't have the horrible, oh, there's only like 10 people playing, and then it's 10 people over the weekend, over and over. I can only say, performance-wise, Stalingrad was quite nice in the testing. And I will also say that, good god, that map is gorgeous. If they want to make some map so people, you know, that have not played or, you know, bought Hell Let Loose yet, if they want to convince those people, Stalingrad is going to be a big PR move because that map looks gorgeous. Ah, I will also be probably streaming some of it when it launches, so you might catch me live when I stream this on Friday the 15th of August, 2025. Now, there might also be some stuff that might not be on the list that's gonna be in the PTE, but since nothing has been confirmed yet officially, I cannot say what will be in that it might pique your interest. So, you know, that would be great if they would also address it. Maybe they address it in the meantime. I would like to see that. Maybe it doesn't get in there. We will see. So the Stalingrad rework is gonna be a good one.